guys, today's Saturday, and for Saturday, for me, that means meal planning and grocery shopping day. So today, what I wanted to do was to show you basically how I do my meal plans each Saturday to give you an idea and maybe some ideas about how you can do it for your family. What I do first is I print off this worksheet, which I've provided for you in the Files tab on our Facebook group. And this is just something I got off the internet, but it's very helpful. As you can see, it has at the top the number of containers that we're allowed. This is based on a 1,200 to roughly 1,500 calorie diet, which is where I'm at when I'm losing weight. As you can see, we have 3 green portions, 2 purple, the 4 red, 2 yellow, a blue, an orange, and 2 teaspoons. So what I do, as I'm filling in my meals for the week, I just start checking off my portions. When my portions are gone, I'm done. Okay? First thing I'm going to do is put Shakeology. For me, Shakeology works best for lunch. So I have my Shakeology every day for lunchtime, and I just put that in first. Then I go through and I check off 1 red. Now, one question I get a lot about the Shakeology, it says in your nutrition guide that you can use almond milk several times a week and you count it as a yellow. There's been a lot of debate about this, and actually not long ago, Autumn Calabrese put out a YouTube video saying that she's not entirely in agreement with this. Because there are so few calories in a serving of non-sweetened, it's important that it's non-sweetened, almond milk, feel free to use it in your Shakeology every day and just don't count it as a portion. It's not a big enough difference that it's going to make a difference in your diet. So I put in my Shakeology, I mark off my reds for lunch. Next, I fill in dinner. Because dinner is our biggest meal of the day as a family, and I try to make it as interesting for the family as I possibly can, I use, honestly, most of my portions here at dinner time. So, for example, let's say we always eat out on Wednesday because our schedule just does not allow for us to come home and make a meal. So every Wednesday we have Papa John's. Not the best diet in the world, but as you'll notice in your nutrition plan, we are allowed to have pizza from time to time. So once a week I have pizza. I count that as 2 yellows, and if it's a pepperoni pizza, then you count it as a red. If it's a veggie pizza, then it's a green. If it's just cheese pizza, then you count it as a blue. If you have supreme, then I count a red and a green. So let's say 1 red, 1 green. Okay, and I'm not going to have anything else here unless I might have a salad on the side, and then I would add in the rest of those portions. So then you come up here and you start marking off your portions here. Okay, then I start filling in other days depending on what our schedule is and what kind of things I know having coming up. So for example, Monday is a busy day for us, and so a lot of times we'll have spaghetti. Now for the kids, I might make regular noodles, but I like to make zoodles, where you basically make noodles just by slicing off slices of zucchini. So spaghetti is 1 red, if it has meat in it, in the meat sauce, 1 purple for the tomato sauce, and 1 green for the zoodles. So I'm going to mark those off. Okay, and you just continue on through with your portions for dinner with the kinds of things that your family enjoys eating. I highly recommend the Fixate cookbook made by Autumn Calabrese. It has recipes in it that are specifically designed for this program. They're delicious, they're filling, my family loves them, and for every single recipe, it's written at the top exactly which portions you're going to cross off, and so it makes it really easy when you're doing your meal planning. So as you can see, I'll just continue going through, filling in all my dinners, checking off my portions until I'm done for the day and for the meal. Then I'm going to do breakfast, because most days I have eggs with veggies like an omelet or something like that. And so I count my red and I count a green portion. Now if I have some free portions here and I want to put a little cheese on it, then I might do that. For example, I'll put half a serving of cheese on my egg, and then maybe have some Parmesan with my spaghetti. So that'll take care of my blue portion for the day. So once I have my breakfasts in, I might include oatmeal in here. I might include a breakfast from the Fixate cookbook. But most often I have eggs and veggies because I like to have a larger breakfast. It helps me get a better start to the day. The eggs is only 1 red portion. And I have a hard time using all my green portions, so this is a good way for me to get a green in, whereas otherwise I might not be able to do that. Then I start filling in my snacks. Okay, my favorite snack is apple with ricotta dip. Okay, and I will post this recipe for you. It's so easy, it's almost not even worth posting as a recipe, but basically it's low-fat or non-fat ricotta dip with a little bit of honey and a little vanilla mixed in. And that counts then as a red and a purple. Then another snack that I really like is celery with peanut butter. Okay. Okay, so that would count as a green and a teaspoon. Now you see here on this particular day, I have a lot of carbs left over, which is very unusual. Usually, I love carbs, and so usually we have some kind of a carb with our dinner. So I might then include with our spaghetti, I might include some garlic bread. Use up a yellow. And then for my last snack, because I really enjoy dessert and after dinner is a hard time for me not to start reaching for the sweet stuff, I will include a treat. That is 1 yellow, and those treats I take either from the nutrition guide for the 21-day fix or from the Fix8 cookbook. So I might make up at the beginning of the week a batch of, for example, oatmeal chocolate chip cookies based on the Fix8 cookbook or from the nutrition guide. And then if I have a yellow left in the evening, then I can use those as one of my treats. Okay, so I'm just going to continue going through and filling this out for the week based on the things that we like to eat, checking off my portions. And usually by the end of the week, I've got a pretty good idea of what we're going to have. Then based on this meal plan, then I began making my grocery list. So for example, I'm going to need eggs. I'm going to need some peppers, mushrooms, spinach, etc. And I usually do this on another page because it's going to get longer. And then each day I just add into the list the extra things that we're going to need that maybe I don't have on hand. Once I have my grocery list, I go to the store, make sure that we have everything on hand, because as you know, if you're hungry, it's the middle afternoon, and you don't have a healthy snack available, you will automatically reach for something that you should not be eating. So make sure that you get your grocery shopping done, that you have everything that you need on hand, and don't wait until you're desperate and then you're just grabbing a candy bar or whatever off the shelf. So if you guys need more ideas for how to do your meal plan, maybe some recipe ideas, I recommend you just do a search on Pinterest and on the internet. There's so much stuff out there that's available. Again, I recommend the Fix8 cookbook, but also if you have questions, please comment below. You can personal message me if you have more specific questions, although I suggest that any questions you have, you do directly in the group, because someone else might have those same questions and then I can just answer it once for everybody. So go for it, you guys. Enjoy making your meal plans. This takes me, I would say, maybe 15 minutes to do the meal plan. We don't use a lot of variety. We have basically 10 or 15 meals that we like. That's what we eat. And so this gets faster and faster. The more weeks you've been doing it, pretty soon it just becomes automatic. You can crank it out in 10 minutes and be done. And then you're actually saving yourself time throughout the week by not having to think about, oh, what am I going to make? How can I make a healthy meal out of what I have on hand? It's all set up for you. It's all ready to go. So comment if you have questions, and happy meal planning, guys. Looking forward to this week.